I'm tired. I'm so freaking tired of this transfer window, people. Hello, everyone. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and welcome to Footy Judgment. I'm so tired of this transfer window. Finally, it ended with the biggest saga ending in Liverpool's favor. Arsenal transfer window will assess all of this. There's a lot of outgoings, a lot of incomings for Arsenal. Of course, Chelsea with a big transfer window as well, landing a lot of players, of course, and having a lot of players leaving. Manchester United got their goalkeeper at the end. Manchester City as well got their goalkeeper at the end. But Akanji to Inter, here we go. But Inter let go of Benjamin Pavard, which is absolute howler by Inter. To be honest with you, we got weaker in defense. We got stronger in attack as Inter. But listen, and we lost yesterday, so that I have to hold that. But I gotta say one thing. Are you not tired? But before we go on and talk about the show, I don't want to stop the show and tell you to like the video. So hit that like button. Vote as well if you are brand new here. If you're new, vote and like the video. And I want to say one thing. I want to thank everyone that watched my shows. I want to thank everyone that actually stuck by us. This was an absolutely unprecedented time for the channel. I want to thank you. I want to thank the guy next to you. I want to thank everyone that watched the channel. Absolutely brilliant transfer window. The support was enormous from everyone on this channel. It was last month, August, was an absolutely, we literally got close to a 1 million view on the channel without shorts. I don't do shorts. To 1 million views for the videos, 1 million views for the live shows, and that was absolutely ridiculous. I couldn't believe myself. We are closing on 50K. We actually hit 42K a couple of days ago, and that was absolutely ridiculous and magnificent. And I love for that. Love everyone here on the channel. Love everyone in the chat, because you guys are absolute legends. And I want to hear what you guys think about this transfer window. Number one, I want everyone in the chat to let me know, where are you tuning in from? Where are you tuning in from? Where are you tuning in from? Let me know in the chat. Where are you tuning in from? This was long. For Guehi's situation, we're still waiting for Crystal Palace. However, it looks like the deal is done. It looks like the deal has been done. Let me just show you the news about Crystal Palace. They signed an actual center back, actually, and it looks like the deal sheet has been completed for Marc Guehi.
signed by both clubs. Liverpool now have until 9 p.m. to complete this move. So yeah, that is done. Of course, Crystal Palace signed a centre back. That is done as well. Palace have bought someone. So yes, Palace have actually got somebody. Actually, Crystal Palace have got a centre back. If you see here, Crystal Palace centre back. They have got a centre back actually. So that is absolutely, that happened over when we are live. There is a centre back that happened at Crystal Palace. So Marc Guehi is gonna be a Liverpool player. I want to ask you guys a question, and I'm just doing the show for now. The transfer window have shut, and now we're gonna be focused on the football. We will talk about the football and what happened yesterday. Who got the best transfer window? Did Liverpool address all the positions? Did Arsenal have the best transfer window? Chelsea currently, like this is the transfer window of Chelsea. Did Chelsea have the best transfer window? Man City got Donnarumma. How do you assess the Man City transfers? Of course, with Donnarumma. Also, how do you assess the what is the Donnarumma news? It's right here in front of me. The Donnarumma. How do you assess the Man City window? How good it was actually to look at Manchester City and actually see what is going on at their club and getting Donnarumma. Does that solve their problem? I'm not sure actually. I still think they need time. Man City are gonna need time. Thanks for being a fantastic outlet throughout this mode. Thank you, Fonzie, for always supporting the channel. You are one of the guys that, regardless of how we go back and forth about things, you're always being supportive, and everyone here, and I can't mention all the names, but they will come to my mind, of course, all the names that supported the channel throughout this transfer window. We'll talk about the game yesterday. We'll talk about who I think now. Okay, it's Liverpool. Who's favorites to win the Premier League? So Igor was backup for Guehi replacement. Yeah, Igor was the backup for Guehi's replacement, and that was called off. It's just kind of ridiculous a little bit if you think about how deals have been done this window. But the main, I think the main two signings this window for me, it hasn't been Eucharist, it hasn't been Verse. It's all, to be honest, about three signings that dominated the window for me, and that is ridiculous to say that. It's the Isak situation, right? Which is, I think, he has been a rat. And Garnacho to Chelsea, which is kind of weird. And Eze to Arsenal. Everyone forgot about Wirtz. Everyone forgot about Eucharist. And everyone is talking about the others. Right? People are saying, and let me just show you something. So for the people that know what I am talking about, let me just show you something that I watched, and it literally tells me that people watch what we talk about. Watch this. This is how Liverpool bullied Newcastle. I'm not sure if you guys, should be able to hear it. Here you go. This is absolutely hilarious and ridiculous, to be honest with you. This is absolutely ridiculous. It literally shows you what I've been saying all summer, that Liverpool bullied Newcastle. And Liverpool have absolutely, with the help of Alexander Isak, got the deal of their lives, actually. Liverpool really got a player like Alexander Isak. One of the things that people don't understand is Alexander Isak is going to change the lives of Liverpool. It's not only because of what he brings to the team, it is because what after Mohamed Salah, what he does, he can actually carry that offensive line for the next 4 years at Liverpool without a shadow of a doubt. He will carry that attack at Liverpool. And I believe that Liverpool moved away from everyone, including Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City. We have to admit now that this deal have actually changed the scope of the Premier League. This transfer window for Liverpool, especially getting Guehi, who we all know that Guehi is going to be a Liverpool player. Let's see the Fabrizio Romano bomba or whatever. There you go. It is. Deal sheet has completed. Okay, Fabrizio Romano. Okay. Medical also done up to Crystal Palace now. That is what Fabrizio is saying. So he will be a Liverpool player. You all know that Marc Guehi is going to be a Liverpool player because Liverpool will not going to be able to continue until January without a center back. And Liverpool are not idiots, actually. So they're going to be absolutely getting this deal through without a shadow of a doubt. And it helps the defense. I think him and Konate are going to battle for the right-sided center back. And it's magnificent. I don't want to forget about the deals that Arsenal have made with Hincapia, with Mosquera as well. Actually looking good yesterday. Mosquera looked so good. You know what I mean? And Hincapia is going to add a lot to this Liverpool team, Arsenal team. However, I don't think that Hincapia will be able to shift the likes of Calafiori, who Calafiori was Arsenal's best player yesterday, in my opinion. He was the guy going forward. He was the guy that is making things happen for Arsenal, in my opinion. And I genuinely think that, do I back Arsenal to actually try to win the league? I'm just not sure. I'm really not sure, to be honest with you guys. I'm not sure. And I want to say a couple of things about this. Literally. This is, I'm not sure. I want to ask you guys, for real. I know that a lot of Arsenal fans have actually disappeared from YouTube for a bit. And I want to ask you something, guys, for real. And big up everyone that joined us from the Football Terrace as well. Hit that like button, people, and subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. This is Footy Judge Mo. Have Arsenal done enough for you guys? Like, what else could Arsenal have done? What else could Arsenal have done in this window? You know what I mean? Like, if you are an Arsenal fan, I know that rivals banter Arsenal. What else could Arsenal have done? Sign a left winger, right? Sign a left winger. But they signed Eze, and if they signed a left winger, where would Eze play? You know what I mean? Where would Eze play? Because it looks like they're going to have Calafiori going forward, and they're going to have Eze playing that box midfield. The fact that Liverpool have had this magnificent window, I know it changes the perspective of Arsenal window. I know it does. And that is what a lot of people don't see. And I said that before, that having this window for Arsenal, it's unprecedented. It is something that Arsenal fans have never seen in their life. Having a window like this, signing a center back, signing a left back, signing Zubamendi, Eze, getting Eucharist. I know that Madueke is a backup. He looks better than Martinelli yesterday. What can they do? And also, I'm going to show you some videos about the reactions of people on social media yesterday who have reacted to the game, who have reacted to the Arsenal versus Liverpool game. Like, for example, Emmanuel Petit have said something about, I understand what he's saying because I get bored sometimes, and I just want Arsenal to be back to those days of 3 years ago when Arteta was playing beautiful football and strike to pass the ball forward, bring speed and great movement at the last third of the pitch and all the time. I'm going to say something that I watched yesterday, and I haven't actually commented on this yesterday. There was a difference between the two teams, and I want people to actually open their minds. There was a bit of a difference between the two teams yesterday. Let me tell you something that I watched that's the difference between Arsenal and Liverpool yesterday. It doesn't matter if it's the first half or the second half. When Liverpool get the ball on the attack and they bypass Arsenal's press, I'm being serious. Even if Liverpool have 3-on-4 or 2-on-4, they don't wait. They don't go back and try to build again. They take risks. Like Mohamed Salah tries to dribble 2 people. Ekitike tried to play the ball forward plenty of times yesterday, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I saw with my eyes. I see Declan Rice on the ball, or I see Martinelli on the ball, or I see Zubamendi on the ball, and they are on the ascendancy. They kind of dispossessed Liverpool and tried to go forward. And instead of trying to actually beat Liverpool and trying to go at Liverpool, they choose to calm down, pass the ball around at the back, and get things at their own pace. And even in the first half, by the way, even in the first half, no, I saw it more in the first half when Arsenal had the ball, because you had the majority of the position in some areas in the first half. And plenty of times I see Arsenal slowing down. But and by the way, it's by design. Having Moreno, having Zubamendi, having Declan Rice, they aren't the fully attacking players. Having someone like Wirtz who look to go forward more, McAllister look to go forward more. If you had in Nwaneri, for example, Nwaneri takes risks. If Arsenal had Eze takes risks. And that is the difference. It's not a game of 2 halves as much as people think. And I'm actually not here saying that Arsenal were bad in the first half, but they were cautious. Let me just say it. They were cautious with the ball, Arsenal. They were a little bit, you know what, let's calm the game down. Let's have more control of the ball than Liverpool. They kept passing it at the back, right? They really tried many times to calm the game down. And I'm kind of don't like this. And like, if you have 3-on-4, by definition, you should be able to go and 3 attackers and 4 defenders. By definition, you should be able to actually go and try to actually beat that defense. You know what I mean? I see that more from Liverpool than Arsenal, even in the first half. That is what I saw with my eyes. Maybe, and nobody can tell me, by the way, nobody can tell me here that I'm biased, for example. I'm not biased. But, guys, we got 500 people in the house. We need the likes a little bit, to be honest with you guys. We need the likes. Can we get to 400 likes live on this show? It's the last show of the transfer window. This is the last day, and I need your help to get the channel up and see what. Hit that like button, people. Come on. That's why you win the leagues. Risk take. Yes, I was saying that. I saw that yesterday, Hussam. I saw that. Like 3-on-4, 3 attackers on 4. Normally, the attackers are more technical than the defenders. So you should be able to go for it. Try 3 attackers on 4. You can. But I saw Arsenal bypassing Liverpool, for example, press. And then they have 3-on-4 or 2-on-3. But then Declan Rice would take it back and try to pass it around and have full control. That is what I think. But I think that they should have been, if I promise you, if they had Eze, they would have been able to absolutely get it done. Like they would have been able to go and take it. Like Eze yesterday, look at defender, look at Szoboszlai and take him on. That is a halfway line. You don't need to pass. You don't need to pass the ball all the way to the opposition's area. Sometimes you need to take risks. You need to take risks. And you have technical players that can do this. And you have players that can pick a pass between the lines. For Eucharist, Arsenal did it a couple of times. But most of the time, they were looking for more control than actually trying to go for it. That is what I think. There is a comment here that I want to bring up. Mo, I agree, but I find it a bit hypocritical when they said last year there is more ways to play football. Apparently, apart from last week, a tighter rival should have been expected to try to play attacking. I disagree with parts, and I agree with parts. I actually like the approach of trying to hit Liverpool on the counter a little bit, right? But there are moments in the game, because you are playing at Anfield, and a point for Arsenal, I think, would have been very good for Arsenal. A point for Arsenal would have been fantastic yesterday. Would have been amazing, because you went again to Anfield and you kind of got away with a point. And I believe that it would have been very, very good for Arsenal. However, I am talking about the moments of the game where you could have actually tried to hit Liverpool. You know what I mean? Hit Liverpool. But kind of didn't. You kind of didn't a little bit. And I'm a little bit frustrated with Arteta and sometimes the way he approaches the game. I would just argue that even in the 70th minute when he made the subs, on paper, he was trying to win the game, right? On paper, he was trying to win the game. He was trying to make things happen for Arsenal, right? Subbing in Odegaard, subbing in Eze when it's 0-0 at Anfield is proof that he wanted to win the game, correct? But again, the approach was a little bit lacking courage in sometimes. Of course, it didn't help that Arsenal were playing with 10 men yesterday. Of course, because we know that when the lineup came out, there was 10 men on the pitch, 9 players and a goalie for Arsenal because Martinelli was there, who I believe was playing against Liverpool. 100%, like Martinelli, I think he's the worst, absolutely the worst winger in the league, bar none. And don't tell me Doku or not Doku. There is nobody worse than Martinelli, like, to be honest. Can I ask you guys for real? Can I ask everyone for real? Will Arsenal, let me just put out the table of the Premier League. Will Arsenal take risks? And I'm just saying this. Will Arsenal take risks against Spurs away from home? Will Arsenal take risks against Bournemouth away? Will Arsenal take risks against Brighton? Will Arsenal take risks against Newcastle? Are we sure this is going to happen? Are we sure that Arsenal are going to... Are we sure? What do you mean out? Yes or no? Are they going to take risks? I hope so, to be honest. Like, you need to take risks sometimes against these teams. In my opinion, the team that wins the league need to absolutely be on the ascendancy and be the team that is dominant a little bit against at least 15 out of the 19 teams you play. 15 teams out of the 19 teams you play. That is my opinion. That's what I think. And if Arsenal are not going to do this, like away from home, there is 15 teams, you need to actually take risks. Right? You need to take risks. Someone told me, James here told me, check the Liverpool upcoming fixtures. Liverpool upcoming, Burnley away, Everton at home, Southampton at home. No, that is the cup. Crystal Palace, Chelsea away. So until the Chelsea away, they're all winnable games, including Everton at home. You know what I mean? So that is, I think that is something that Liverpool might win all the games against until they go to Stamford Bridge. For Arsenal, they play Forest at home. I'm expecting them to win and dominate Forest. They play Man City at home. I'm expecting Arsenal win. They play Newcastle away. I'm expecting probably, I don't know, like I'm kind of against Newcastle now, and everyone knows that. Because Newcastle are a pathetic football club, with all due respect to them. Then West Ham. You know what I mean? Then Fulham away. I think the first game I'm truly going to judge Arsenal is not Newcastle. It's basically Fulham away in October. So about a month and a half from now, I should be able to judge Arsenal fully about their approach in the season. Are they going to go to Fulham and completely attack and actually nullify Fulham and just go forward to try to win the game? Or they're going to be a little bit cautious? That is the game, right? This is the game. People, but also the Eucharist thing and not creating chances for him. Do you think that is down to Saka not being there and Odegaard not being on the pitch? Or is it just a style of play? Because there is one time that Arsenal played Eucharist behind and Arsenal got a chance. Arsenal got a chance. For Liverpool, there is no point of talking so much about Liverpool because I genuinely think that it's theirs to lose. There is now, Liverpool must win the league. If they don't win the league, it's a failure. After breaking the record twice in one window, Liverpool, it's an Inter shirt, you fraud. It's an Inter shirt, you fraud. That is, like Liverpool, if they don't win the league, it's a massive failure for them. Breaking the record twice is actually ridiculous. Like, I've never seen this happen before. There is no people that is tagging me and saying there is no pressure on Isak. I don't think there is any pressure. Isak is wearing Liverpool shirt. Oh my God, everyone. I think Guehi will be a Liverpool player. Oh my God, this guy still plays football. Federico Chiesa is still a Liverpool player. By the way, I just gotta say, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this person? Who's this? What is going on at Manchester United? Who the fuck is this goalkeeper? What happened to Man United? Oh my God, they know their level now. Who the fuck is this, bro? I have never heard of this. It didn't come even in the cooking channel. Bro, like Gordon Ramsay doesn't even present this guy. Who the fuck is this person? He's good. I've never watched him. I don't know if he's good or bad. He's probably better than Onana. He's probably better than Onana, but that's about it. But at least Man United found their level. He's going to prove me wrong. Wallahi, Lee, I hope so. Because Man United are pathetic currently. And I put my neck on the line and I said Man United might get 5th or 6th. So I hope so, Lee. Because I fucking look like an idiot now, right? I look like stupid idiot on the internet, on YouTube. Because I fucking put my neck on the line on every channel saying that Man United with Mbeumo, Cunha and Sesko will look better. But you don't you? You don't you, right? You fucking don't. So I hope that he's as good, right? I hope that he's good. Because it's reaching a point with Man United, it's very hard to actually talk positive about them without banter. It is super fucking hard. It's impossible. Bro, we're celebrating a fucking corner for a goal kick with Dalot playing Burnley at Old Trafford. How the mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. Winning with a penalty against the win is very important to us. It is very important to us. We love the win. Oh my God. Yeah, Ammi, it's Burnley. You should have been smashing Burnley. Bro. I don't know who this person is. Hopefully he proves me wrong. Hopefully he proves me wrong. Because listen, I don't know anything about him. Pick up Fonzie. People saying he's good. I've only seen him on YouTube. They haven't even seen him on YouTube. I am telling you what, Fonzie. They have seen some compilation on Twitter. That's what they have seen. That's what they have seen. They've seen compilation on Twitter. That's what they have seen. Bro, Man United fans are so gassed about getting a goalkeeper. All right, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I promise you. You know what? I was thinking about something the other day. So I was watching the Brighton versus Man City game. And Baleba was so shit. Baleba was awful. Right? Was so trash that he got subbed out, stinker and hook. And I was thinking, you don't even have to go to Man United now for your form to drop. All you have to be is linked to Man United for your form to drop. Like, it's like the guy was linked to Man United and suddenly he's playing like trash. Right? He's playing like trash, bro. It's just linked to Man United. Not even signed for Manchester United. Just linked to Man United and he's finished. Finished. Baleba. Oh my word, bro. Like, I think players now should distance themselves from being linked to Manchester United. Like, if you're until the deal happens, don't link yourself to Man United because your form might drop. I told you before, Man United are the graveyard of players. Apparently, that is what happens. Bro, the guy was shit against Man City. Was shit. Bro, the club is dusted. Come on, Ian. Thank you, Ian, all the way from Canada. Guys, come on, support the channel. Hit that like button, people. Support the channel. Like the damn video. Let's go. Let's get to 500 likes. There's 600 people in the house. Bro, Ten Hag got sacked from Leverkusen. He spent 1 month. 1 month, man, at Leverkusen. Bro, Amarim came in full of energy. Amarim came in full of energy. The guy looks like he needs to go to a therapy session. Mbuemo, look, absolutely distraught. Bro, Kobe, they destroyed Kobe Mano. They destroyed, Delict is playing with Delict used to smile. Bro, Mazraoui look miserable. Broski, I just don't know, bro. Kinder and Mbuemo is ridiculous. Yeah, bro, I don't know what to tell you other than Man United, bro. Mano is held hostage. Mano's held hostage. I said that Mano should leave Man United and nobody actually believed me. Nobody believed me that absolutely they should let Mano go, bro. Should let Mano go. Why he can't leave? You're not even playing him. Your manager's not even playing him. The manager is not even playing the guy. For Manchester City, I have to say something. By the way, we have to speak about Spurs, huh? We have to speak about Spurs. We have to speak about Spurs doing business in this window. Donnarumma to Manchester City. What does this tell us? What does this tell us, Donnarumma? Ederson left. Donnarumma in. Man City get worse. Man City get worse. Bro, I'm telling you now. Clip this. Donnarumma doesn't suit Man City. Exactly, Khairi. It doesn't change anything from Trafford, right? But people think that I have an agenda, Khairi, for this. People think I have an agenda, right? But really, Man City should have signed someone that is good with their feet. Because Pep Guardiola is not changing. That Pep Guardiola doesn't change the way he plays. He wants to start from the back. He wants to play from the back. That's what he wants. It's a very simple thing. It's an equation that doesn't change. Pep Guardiola asks his goalkeeper to pass from the back. That's how he gets the extra player all over the pitch. Like it's all over the pitch. I'm telling you, Man City are not going to challenge for the title. Liverpool, I hate to say this, just have a fucking feeling that Liverpool will fucking run away with this title, to be honest with you. We're going to have a fucking March, April, May, similar to last season. Just fucking kill the content. I hope that Arsenal pick up the fucking paces and just be good. That's one of the reasons I wanted Arsenal a little bit to get a result yesterday, because I think that at least keeps it going. You know what I mean? Guehi stays. Someone said Guehi stays. Guehi, fuck. Guehi. Guehi stays at Arsenal. Sorry. What the fuck? What the fuck? Guehi deal off. Damn. Oh my word. Oh my God. Guehi deal off. What is going to happen to Liverpool now? Now I got to change my stance. I'm going to change my stance. Why is the camera moving? Am I hitting the camera or something? The camera is moving for some whatever fucking reason. Oh my God. Guehi deal off. Oh my God. This changes everything about the league, by the way. I'm going to tell you why it changes everything. You know, it changes now. It's not off. Guehi stays at Palace. It's finished. It's done. It's finished. Yeah. It's right here. Here you go. That's a Twitter. It's right there. Guehi stays at Palace. Guehi stays at Palace. That's from Anfield sector. Oh my God. They kind of stopped Guehi from going. David Ornstein just tweeted or who? Marc Guehi looks very upset. Very upset. Andy Kyla is a Liverpool fan. I'm telling you this. That account is a Liverpool fan. Crystal Palace couldn't get a replacement. Damn. This changes things, by the way. Whoa. Guehi off. Guehi is off at Liverpool. Wow, what the fuck? This changes everything. What is Sam doing? Right? Let me see what Sam is talking about. Wow. This is... Let me check something. Damn. Oh my God. It changes things. But by the way, I want to talk about this Newcastle and all the stuff. Before we actually talk about the like the Guehi and what does it change, I just want to say a couple of things about Newcastle, to be honest with you. I wanna be talking something about Newcastle. I think Newcastle are actually done as a football club. William Osula moved to Frankfurt is reportedly off. Newcastle are gonna end the window with too many strikers. They're gonna have 3 strikers, right? I'm gonna say this. Newcastle are a Finnish club. No one respects them anymore. If you're a Newcastle fan, I feel sorry for you. No one respects Newcastle. And the Saudi owners have let the club down massively. They literally absolutely are cooked, Newcastle. As a football club, they are finished. They're absolutely finished. Absolutely finished. They got one player to bully the whole club. A whole institute got bullied by one player, by this guy. One player bullied Newcastle for the whole window. He actually forced his way out. And Liverpool used the Isak stuff to their benefit. Newcastle is done as a football club. Mo, you love these finalities. I'll wait a decade to see if you're right. Newcastle in League 2, then yes. No. But Newcastle are a finished club because their project now is back 2 years. When I said that Newcastle will challenge in 2 years, Newcastle are not going to challenge for the league for the next 5 years. Newcastle are not going to challenge for the Premier League in the next 5 years. Newcastle are not even going to make Champions League this season. They are not going to make Champions League this season again. And they're going to be set back again. And Newcastle, and if I'm not, Newcastle are fucking like pathetic football club currently. So let Isak go for the money they had, like for 125 for Liverpool, really shows how weak they are as a football club. How weak they are. The football club. They can't get signings. They can't convince a player to actually join their club. They just can't. David Ustinov tweeted. Oh my God. Marc Guehi said to stay at Crystal Palace. It is confirmed, people. It's absolutely confirmed that Marc Guehi is going to stay at Crystal Palace. And they're finished. Actually, they're absolutely finished. And I'm telling you now, they're absolutely finished. Crystal Palace, they're going to lose him on a free. But they have a center back at least to play. They have a center back to play at least next season for the coming season. The move is finished. Marc Guehi is set to stay at Crystal Palace despite the deal sheet being submitted to transfer Liverpool. The medical is done. The agreement reached between the clubs. They are maybe Liverpool will get him in January, but Liverpool are leaving themselves very short. Very, very short, actually, because now they have no cover for Konate. And we saw Konate leave the field injured yesterday. So what happens if Konate is injured? What happens if Konate is injured? Who plays at center back? Endo? You play Endo? Who do you play? Do you play Gomez? Or you play the young Leone? Or you play the young Leone? Becca, I'm going to talk about Chelsea in a second, right? You literally forced them to actually pay money. But however, it's an obligation to buy. We'll talk about the deal in a bit, but just by the way, We have to put pressure on Chelsea. I'm going to talk about it, Becca. Just give me a sec. How am I dramatic if you have no cover for Konate that is sufficient? You have no cover. If Konate he was already injured. Konate yesterday. He's injured yesterday. Konate. Didn't he get injured yesterday? Who's going to start? Gomez? Or Endo? Or are you going to start the young Leone? Yeah, but you're banking on your team being... You're banking on your team actually being fit all season. You owe me. Liverpool fans themselves up here. Why wait that long? You absolutely got cooked because Isak is a Liverpool player, you fraud. In your face, huh? In your face. Alexander Isak is a Liverpool player. In your face. You fraud. They bullied Newcastle. They bullied Newcastle. Guehi absolutely got treated horribly today. It's like Sam just sent me a tweet. He just sent me a tweet, and it's about Guehi being treated horribly today, and I agree with this. Like, the moral of the summer story is Isak was not right to act like he did. This is an absolute bullshit. You're bullshitting yourself. You're bullshitting yourself, Osam. See, like, Isak absolutely was doing the right thing. Watch this. Where is that tweet that I have for Crystal Palace? You're wrong. By the way, Guehi was promised a move. Crystal Palace did it wrong, right? Because they asked him back. But come on, are you mad? Isak was not the right guy. Isak is not a good guy. Are you mad? For anyone that's saying Isak is the good guy, Isak will always be tarnished with the way he actually did it for Newcastle. Are you mad? He did get treated badly, to be honest, Guehi. But again, business is business. But I think they should have let him go. It's their fault that they didn't sign a replacement for him. But also I gotta have it for Crystal Palace. It's not their fault that they agreed the deal for Igor and then he chose to go to a different club. It's not his fault. It's not his fault, to be honest with you. But the way Isak, I'm never changing my opinion. The way Isak handled it is absolutely fraudulent. It's garbage. I want you guys to watch something. Watch this. Watch what Abs said about Liverpool. This is absolutely hilarious.
Easy has basically bought an Isak shirt already with the Liverpool on the back. Every day in the SDS group chat, you know what Fuizzi's sending? One picture. This is the only picture that Fuizzi's been sending in the group chat. Fu don't even talk to me no more. Fuizzi don't even chat to no one anymore. If they get Isak, Liverpool have to win the Euros. If Liverpool sign Alexander Isak, they have to win the Euros. Liverpool, they're not even a country. But if they sign Alexander Isak, they have to win AFCON as well. Because what the hell is this? What the hell is this? It's getting ridiculous now. Chat, what is this? Because how much? Look at this attack. Isak, Verts, Ekatike, Mohamed Salah. This as a front four. Brother, what's going on? They have to win the World Cup. They won't have to win AFCON. Liverpool, if they sign Isak, they have to win the SBCO. Those of you know. They have to win everything. Liverpool have to win the women's Euros that England just won. They have to take it off Chloe Kelly. If they sign Isak, they have to take the women's Euros off Chloe Kelly. They have to win.
This is Abs. Now do you understand why Isak acted the day he did? Guehi was respectful and got disrespected. No, but not everyone needs to actually force their move out of the club. The way Guehi and the way Eze acted with Crystal Palace is the right way of doing business. Guehi was disrespected today. Doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove anything. Guehi was disrespected by Crystal Palace, but also you got to understand that Crystal Palace couldn't find a replacement. What are you talking about? He's still their player. He's still their player. Yes, they treated him wrong. Yes, they did something wrong and everything. They might let him go in January. If they find a replacement, he needs to be loyal to the club. And again, at the end, he's going to get his move. Even if he doesn't move in January, he's going to get his move in the summer for free. And he's going to get a signing bonus. Oh my God, everything has to be your way. Everything, you're becoming so fraudulent. Everything has to be your way. Everything has to be the way you think. Everything has to be the way you think it is. I hope it happens to your club. I hope it happens to your club. So you have that feeling that Newcastle fans have felt. I hope that Isak throws a tantrum to go to Real Madrid or Barcelona and stop going to your training. So I see you cry on social media. I hope so. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I hope that it happens to your club. So you cry on YouTube. Why is he doing this? We are a big club. He shouldn't do like this. We treated him well. We won the league with Isak. Well, Isak won the league with Newcastle. I can't fault him for wanting to go, but the way he acted is nothing short of a rat behavior and is disrespectful. And it happened, right? And it was wrong. And Coutinho was in the wrong, right? So you need to call it the same way. Coutinho was in the wrong for throwing a tantrum and not going to Liverpool, not going to training and going to strike. And when Kane did it, he was wrong. And we said, and I remember that I said at that time that Kane was wrong. You don't disrespect your club like this. By the way, all you Liverpool fans that are acting like the High Almighty, and you're like, oh my God, we are this. If this happens to you, be crying. And you already called Trent a rat, and he was out of a contract. You already called Trent a rat, and he was out of a contract. Isak has 3 years left. You will cry. I promise you, you will cry. You will go to the internet and cry. You will burn his shirt. You will burn his shirt. When a club forces a player to stay, business is business. But when a player forces his win out, he's disrespectful. That's colonism. Number one, Crystal Palace have the right. What happened today is wrong by Crystal Palace, but still, Crystal Palace still hold Marc Guehi under 1 year of contract. You haven't forced him to sign a new contract. You haven't asked him to sign a new contract. They're going to let him go in January, or they're going to let him go in the summer, right? He is still their player. Same, by the way, that happened for Chelsea. I had the same energy for, I said, it's disrespectful, yes, right? It is disrespectful for the player. They had a word, they promised him a move, and they called him back. That is disrespectful. But Isak was never promised a fucking move. Jaya, he was never promised a move. The difference is there is massive difference between the two. Guehi was promised a move. Guehi was promised a move. So that's where Crystal Palace have been wrong. Alexander Isak was never promised a move. There was no point where it said that he was promised a move. Show me one thing where Isak was promised a move. He was never promised a move. They never said, you're moving. You stop lying and lying to yourself. You lie to yourself. You lie to yourself. What happened today with Guehi and Liverpool is wrong. And it's probably more wrong than anything else, because again, I said it before, he literally actually was promised a move because he went to do his medical. It is wrong. What happened to Jackson was wrong, but the deal finally happened for him. Isak was never promised a move. He was forcing himself out. Right? He forced himself. He stopped going to training. That is disrespectful and unacceptable. How are people not seeing this? It's beyond my mind and my brain. It's beyond my mind and my brain. How? Newcastle said that we never promised to sell him. They literally said that. Why do you don't believe directly from Newcastle what they said? They literally said that we never promised him a move. Guehi was promised a move. This is disrespectful what happened to Guehi. This is wrong. This what happened with Guehi, between Guehi, Crystal Palace and Liverpool is wrong. Because they promised him the move. Don't fucking watch me, bro. I'm tired of people. I'm a crybaby. Don't fucking watch me, bro. I am tired of hypocritical people. I understand people debating me. We can debate from here until tomorrow. I debate Osam, I debate Fauzi, I debate Tom, respectfully. But you debate it. Isak was never promised a move. It's a very simple thing. I'm not crazy. He's a Liverpool player, and that's about it. And that's about it. But I don't want hypocritical people. Like, I don't want people to tell me that, oh my God, see, like, I don't want, like this. Oh my God, the morale of this summer is that Isak was absolutely right. So every player that wants a move now, every player that wants a move now will force him way out. No, when Palace they didn't bully them. They basically promised Guehi something. They promised Guehi something, and the promise wasn't fulfilled. It's very simple. That is wrong. We call it as we see it. I call it the same way. They promised Guehi a move, and they didn't fulfill their promise to Guehi because they were incompetent in finding a player to replace Marc Guehi. Crystal Palace here are 100% in the wrong. There is no argument about it. Crystal Palace fucked up. They fucked up Guehi. They fucked up with Liverpool. They kind of actually got this deal fucked up because it's not their fault that you're leaving Marc Guehi to the last day of the window. Why didn't you have the deals ready before Marc Guehi? I know why. Because they wanted to have the upper hand in the negotiation with Liverpool. And they are wrong. Crystal Palace are wrong. Because you know that Marc Guehi wants Liverpool and you already agreed that he wants Liverpool. There's a difference. Newcastle never agreed to sell Isak. They never promised him a move. Crystal Palace agreed to sell Guehi. So why are you leaving it to the last day of the window? Because, man, you're wasting your time explaining this to the pool fans. They are babies. And instead of crying about Palace keeping Guehi, how about have a go at your own club for having it all for the last day? But Liverpool didn't do anything wrong here. They actually got the move. They got the agreement. The guy did his medical. Liverpool did nothing wrong with Guehi. Pavel Dimitrov, you're definitely from Czech Republic. Am I wrong? You're from Czech Republic? You're from England, but you're from Czech Republic. Liverpool did nothing wrong in the Guehi thing. The guy was already doing his medical. The guy was already doing his medical. So they did nothing wrong. What is wrong for waiting to do the deal after? Actually, Liverpool have been very respectful to Crystal Palace in the Guehi deal. Very respectful to Crystal Palace in the Guehi deal. The reason why they waited for Guehi to play the final game yesterday before the transfer window. And they did it right. Palace are the one that fucked up because they couldn't find someone to replace Marc Guehi. It's very simple. Palace here are in the wrong 100%. 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt, they fucked up big time. Guys, we got 1,000 people in the house. Can we get to 500 likes live? Can we get to 500 likes, people? Big up, Pavel, for supporting the channel, my friend. Big up, my friend. Bulgarian, bro, I get your opinion, but can't leave it to the last day. Shit goes wrong all the time. Do it 1 week ago and you avoid that. I believe that they already agreed together. Liverpool and Crystal Palace already agreed. But Liverpool were respectful guys, leaving Guehi to play the Conference League qualification, the league games until the last day. So Liverpool were respectful as a football club. They were respectful. And by the way, I just have to state that for all the people in the chat that are saying that I'm against Liverpool for the Isak saga, Liverpool did what is required from them. By the way, talking to the players and tempting them is what clubs do. Man City do it, Inter do it, Real Madrid do it, Barcelona do it, City do it, Arsenal do it, everyone does it. I am not going to sit here and be hypocritical. Liverpool handled this transfer saga the perfect way for a club. If Liverpool were my club, I would be saying that's a 10 out of 10 transfer saga. And I said that to Osam yesterday. That is the best transfer saga I have seen in my life from a football club. The best. No one has ever done a transfer saga like this ever in the history of the sport and succeeded. Liverpool have done the mastermind, mega mind deal for Alexander Isak. This is why I am not against Liverpool in this deal. Liverpool did what they have to do. Everyone taps players and actually gets players like to actually want to join their club. It's always happens. It's never their problem. The problem is Alexander Isak behavior, who left Newcastle in a no place for negotiation. That's why Liverpool actually have the upper hand here. Tom is saying Liverpool are born to move deeper to release Isak. Huh? Liverpool are born to move deeper to release Isak. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, my friend. Tom, I don't know what does that mean, Tom? What do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean, Tom. Going deeper is less stress for their back line. Going deeper. What does that mean, Tom, again? I'm going deeper. This is like what? Like, should I cipher this or something? What does that even mean? I don't know what that means, to be honest, Tom. I'm sorry. Play more attacking. Oh, okay, so Liverpool are going to play more attacking. You still have, as long as Konate is fit, Liverpool are good. As long as, what are people really, by the way, I'm just going to tell you guys something before I do the 2 super chats with Jay and AMT and Impro. I'm just going to tell you guys something. All the rivals fans and everyone in the Premier League is so rattled by Liverpool signing Alexander Isak. Now, Liverpool are probably enemy number 1 in the Premier League. Enemy number 1 in the Premier League are Liverpool Football Club. I believe so. Everyone is going to actually be against Liverpool. Everyone is going to be against Liverpool. All of this because of Liverpool transfer window. Everyone is going to be against Liverpool. Everyone will look for Liverpool downfall. Everyone will cheer for Liverpool's opposition. Everyone in the league. Man City, Arsenal, probably Chelsea as well. Because everyone is so tired of Liverpool fans being a little bit arrogant in this transfer window. Pick up Jay, from what you are saying, Mo, the club will always be right. I think no one is wrong. The club and the player needs to do whatever they need to, but they sign a contract. So let me ask you, Jay, if they decide not to pay him his wages, will he take them to court? Yes. If a club release a player, do they have to pay compensation for him? Yes. Do they have to pay the rest of the wages? Yes. If a club decides to sit a player at home, does he still get paid? Yes. If a club don't want a player, aren't they the ones that should pay him a compensation for him to leave? Yes. 100% yes. Jay, am I wrong? So it goes both ways. So he's an asset to Newcastle. They paid, basically he's a stock. Newcastle paid 60 million pounds for him. He went to the club, the stock went up, and then he signed a 6-year contract. He is their stock. He is their guy. They pay him the wages. He's their employee. And there is a value for the employee. And by the way, as I said yesterday on Osam's channel, yesterday, he literally yesterday that David Ornstein said that they wanted 150 and that they were never going to get 150. Devil's advocate, why didn't Guehi say no? I want to go to Liverpool like Jackson said to Chelsea because there was no time. He couldn't be registered. Newcastle need to sanction the move. Newcastle need to sanction the move. And Newcastle didn't sanction the move. Crystal Palace needed to sanction the move. And if Crystal Palace don't sanction the move, he stays at home. he stays at home. Oh no, Sam is mad about Guehi. Is he crying about Guehi? More thoughts on Akanji. I didn't want Akanji. We released Pavard and got Akanji Emperor, so I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I think he's a good player. Loan is not going to hurt us, but I don't like it. Is he crying? Is Osam crying? Let's hear it. Is he crying? Wow. Let's see what he says. Is Osam crying? Let's actually watch his stream. Let's actually see what he does, you know? Damn. Is he crying? Let's actually see. Hit that like button, people. Opening the transition for Wirtz and Isak? Yeah, 100%. Well, yes, Tom. I think Liverpool will be in the best. Liverpool now are favorites to win the league. YouTube. Yeah. Here you go.
So you've said first off, sent to everyone that has gaslit me all summer long. This is exactly why I'm pro player. This right here is exactly why I am pro player. For the whole summer, we were gaslit about the way Isak behaved, and I defended him, and I defended him, and I defended him, and I defended him.
I hope it does to his club so I can see him actually do the other way around.
From the beginning of the summer until today. Marc Guehi is respectful. Look at the way that Marc Guehi is acting. He's so respectful. He went to training. He's played for Crystal Palace. He's showing them so much respect. He's respecting them up until his dream move was taken away from him in the middle of a medical because of his incompetent football club. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. This is why I'm pro player. This is why I backed Isak. This is why nice guys finish last, because of shit like this. Fuck Oliver Glasner. Fuck Crystal Palace. Fuck you, Oliver Glasner. The worst Austrian in the Premier League. The worst one.
What does he want everything to go his way? He's like, what is this entitlement? Does he want everything to go his way? Like otherwise the world goes to shits?
Loser ruined the dream move of Marc Guehi because you can't deal with having 5 centre-backs at your football club because you want all it to be all perfect for you to play 3 at the back. Fuck Crystal Palace. Brighton are a bigger club than you. You're a nobody.
It's so rattled. It's amazing.
Club, and you will forever be a nobody club. Forever in your whole life, you're going to be a nobody club. This is why nice guys finish last. This is why I defended Isak all summer long, because everyone was telling me how him should went to training.
Guys, it's just funny. It's just funny, to be honest. Like, listen, I'm not with Crystal Palace. It's just fucking funny.
Went to the Newcastle preseason. Should have treated Newcastle with respect. Alexander Isak should have treated Newcastle with respect. Well, guess what? The guy who didn't turn up to training, who actually gave up his loyalty bonuses, who did all that shit, is now a Liverpool player. The other guy who was respectful and nice, and he went to training, and he played Premier League games for Crystal Palace, did not get his wish. So now what? Are we all going to wake up and smell the coffee about the Isak situation too?
By the way, I'm telling you guys something. Hossam is making everyone like now be against Liverpool. Everyone is against Liverpool now.
Or are going to sit up here and lie like you guys lied and gaslit all summer long? All summer longs you lied and you gaslit. And Crystal Palace are going to get 10 million for Guehi now in January anyway. So now what? So now what? You're going to get 10 million for him. That's all. That's all you're going to get. You're going to get 10 million max.
They are okay with it. Well, why is he mad? They are okay with it. They are okay with getting 10 million for him.
Actually going to get 10 million, 5 million. We're going to take him for free in January. What did you get, Glasner? What are you going to do? You're going to finish 10th, 11th, 12th anyway. It's not like you're going to get relegated. This is why nice guys finish last. This is why Isak was correct to do what he did. Alexander Isak was right. Alexander Isak was correct for not turning up to training.
Okay,
Isak
bullshit.
was correct for telling Newcastle, I'm never
Bullshit.
going to play for you ever again.
Bullshit.
Isak was correct for posting the Instagram story because he personally
I
announced.
feel bad for Guehi. I just gotta be honest. I see you, Grum, the comment. I feel bad for Guehi, to be honest.
And he put his club under pressure and he got the move. Don't be nice. And at the end of all this, you want to know what's funny about all this? If Manchester United call Glasner tomorrow, Glasner is leaving directly. Glasner is leaving directly the moment that he gets a call from a Man United or from a Leverkusen or from any club that's bigger than Crystal Palace. Steve Parish, you're incompetent.
He doesn't feel bad for Guehi. He feels bad for Liverpool, and I understand. But to relate this to the Isak situation is completely wrong. With all due respect to everyone.
And I'm sick and tired of dealing with incompetent cuck clubs who spent 2 months trying to sign a replacement. I was 29 when I first reported the Guehi story. I'm 30 years old.
He's so upset. He's so fucking upset. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna let you guys go to him, to be honest. I'm gonna let you guys go to him. Let me read the super chats before we actually go now. Then since Crystal Palace didn't sanction, why is it their fault? It's not. No, Crystal Palace sanctioned the move, AMT. Crystal Palace sanctioned the move. They literally actually sent him to do his medical, so they sanctioned the move. I cannot sit here and be hypocritical. Crystal Palace sent him. I hold my L. Now Liverpool fans should hold theirs. The league is wide open now. Isak can now play center back if needed. Nice. Nice. We'll see if Isak play. No, they have Konate still. They kept Gomez. They wanted to make sure that if Guehi doesn't happen, they keep Gomez. Why didn't Hussam back Trent then? So clearly he isn't a player person. Once it happens to your club, you think differently. Once it happens to your club, you think about it differently. If a player at Liverpool that he wants to stay, for example, if Gakpo or McAllister try to force a move next season, he's not going to be pro player. I promise you this. He's not. Because once it happens to your club, right, you think about it different. When a player forces his move out in a disrespectful way, Guehi didn't do this, you think about it differently. You know that. Newcastle got compensated for Isak. That's 1. 2, if Guehi did what Isak, maybe I would at Liverpool. Maybe he would be at Liverpool. 3, what if Guehi gets injured and no big club coming for him? Maybe that happens. Yeah, what if Isak got injured end of the season last season and he didn't get a move? That happens all the time, Jay, correct? It happens all the time. You said that they didn't sanction in my first chat. Which one? Oh, what do you mean by sanction? Liverpool can't sign Guehi because to submit the paperwork, Crystal Palace need to sign on it. But Crystal Palace agreed the deal, right? Crystal Palace sent him for his medical. They already agreed the deal with Liverpool. The documents need to be signed when he's registered. And Crystal Palace need to sanction that. So Liverpool cannot register Guehi without Crystal Palace agreement. That makes sense? So they agreed the deal. They told the player to go do his medical. They already agreed the fee with Liverpool and everything. Right? That's public information. And the club said that Guehi is leaving. But if they stop the deal and say you can't sign him, the player has to go back. The player has to go back. I hope that explains the AMT. Right? But listen, on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. And I will see you guys tomorrow probably. And I will let you go to Hussam on A-listers because they're going to cook him. Right? They're going to cook him probably for the Guehi thing. Let's meet guys there. Judge Moraid in the chat. Judge Moraid, thank you so much for the support. Massive support from you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out of here, people.